Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about my experience with the GOT7 concert. I went to Flying in New York City day 2, and I have to admit it was the best concert I've ever been to in my life. My sister and I, we got the priority 2 tickets, which was the high touch, and it was honestly really cool. And this, honestly, I'm just saying, I am only going to be talking about what happened in my city, well, the city that I went to. Nothing that happened afterwards, nothing that happened before, so yeah. Okay, well, when we got there, we decided to go pretty early, because we knew that it was first come, first serve, because it was all floors, and it was all floors. We had the priority 2 standing seats, not seats. Wow. Okay, and so we decided to go around. We left the hotel at like 1, and it was 2 streets over from where the line was, so we really didn't have much to go. When we got there, we were told where the line was. Everyone was set up in sections. I think priority 1 was actually inside the venue. Priority 2 was 1 street over, and I think the rest of the priorities were behind. I'm not quite sure. The volunteers were escorting everyone to where we were supposed to be. So we got in line around 1-ish, a little after 1, and the show didn't start until 7:30, but also it was like 95 degrees, and I do not recommend not eating and not drinking. My sister and I, we decided we didn't do that. We were very tight on money when we went. We spent all of our money on GOT7 tickets. I'm not joking. And so it was really nice. The people in line were really nice. Everyone kind of talked to each other a lot. There was a chick from Brooklyn. She was really, really entertaining. There was a Starbucks across the street, and that place was packed with GOT7, with I GOT7, and it was honestly just so cool to see everyone, like, actually together, all of us, and they were selling all the merchandise in the line instead of, well, not all the merchandise, I can't explain it, but they were selling, like, small things, and one of the things were stickers. Remember, I got Mark, and it is destroyed a little bit with sweat, because I had to hold it the entire time, but yeah, it's a giant sticker, actually, so that's cool. It was like $5 though. And then another cool thing that was being handed out were these flyers, and this is actually by like I GOT7 US, I don't know, they're a blog. I can link them below, but they were handing out these flyers. They were really cool. They've got the Fly fan chant on the back, which I gotta say is cool, but I didn't use it. I don't think any of us really used it. I mean, we did the fan chant during the concert, but I don't know, the romanization on this was really weird. I don't know. Not what I was used to. So yeah, when we got inside, honestly, the PlayStation Theater has the worst, absolute worst employees I've ever seen in my life. I never want to go back there again unless I heard that everyone was fired. like, worst experience. I actually, like, everyone in line was really sweet, and we were all talking to each other, all making jokes. You know, we're part of a family. Very, very sweet. And all of us were just cracking under pressure, and, like, a few of us actually yelled at the employees for screaming at us for no reason. And I am not really one of those people. I have severe anxiety, and I'm not very good at, expressing words. And I don't like to talk to people. But even I ended up yelling at one of them for rushing us. But anytime they rushed us, and then we started, like, running, and then they'd scream at us for rushing. So really, I don't know, worst employees ever. So, we get inside the venue. First of all, Priority 1, anyone that went to Priority 1, who was Priority 1 Day 2, you absolutely destroyed that venue. That was, unless it wasn't you, I'm pretty positive. I don't know who else it would be. There were, like, it was where a line would have been, so I'm assuming, and the line led to PlayStation. PlayStation was kind of connected to another theater. But that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Water bottles and bags and food, like actual like food, left on the ground, towels for some reason. I don't know, but you guys absolutely destroyed that place, and I'm surprised at how rude the staff was. I'm surprised they even let you guys in the venue, to be honest. Anyway, little rant. Okay, sorry. And I'm not the only person that thought that, by the way. I heard it a lot as we all went in. Like, trash bags were thrown around, like, I don't know, like, Priority 2, there was a guy that was walking down the street with a trash can, and every single time someone went up to it to throw things away, we actually used the trash can. So then, yeah, we're in line, waiting. Everyone's kind of just talking. And, there's something weird I hear behind me. And I hear, like, a bunch of wrestling. And, like, I turn around, and I see, like, someone, like, basically almost running around the corner. And this guy, like, camera guy, kind of doing this weird, like, crab walk run to the side. And, he didn't look like he wasn't staff at all. Definitely wearing, like, normal clothing. There were staff, like, walking behind him and stuff, like, looking at someone else around the corner. And I was like, I really thought about how weird that was. And then, like, a few hours later, I checked Twitter, and there was a picture that Bam Bam actually uploaded, where he was, like, all like this, and saying how he was, like, excited about the show and how no one noticed him. Well, when I zoomed in, it was one of the people behind him. One of the people that you could see in the picture was actually my sister. So she was actually captured. I would have been where his head was. I'm very short. So I would have been directly behind him, and I'm so upset that I missed him. I missed him by, like, a second, too. So that was cool. It was cool, but, so upsetting. So when we get in, they're playing, they played music. They played GOT7 music. But they were playing, like, the entire set list, which I thought was really funny. But it was fun, because we were all standing there bored. We were let in about an hour early, because we had early entry. and so we still had a lot of time. And everyone just started like singing along to like the speaker. I think we all started on If You Do. That was a song where everyone just started like singing together, which I thought was really cool. Just, you know, it's fun to see everyone knowing all the songs. So during the concert, anyway, let's skip ahead during the concert. During the concert, it seemed like I kept like shifting places. I'm almost in the middle where I took the first picture of the stage. I'm almost in the middle, and I don't understand like how I ended up like all the way over here, but like also closer, which I thought was pretty good. And I was on the side like with Mark, and Mark's my bias, obviously, and so that was really nice to be really close to Mark. That sounds weird. Yeah, during the show it was great. Definitely a lot of fun. I was surprised during the dance roulette thing. Like, there was really only one person that knew how to do the dance. And one of the girls got just right, and I don't understand how. Her hair was beautiful. Bam Bam commented on it. It's really cool. But the only person that really did it right, well enough. I excused the chick that got home run. She was on the floor, and it'd be pretty hard to do home run on the floor. But the birthday girl, she was fun. She was amazing. She was actually beside us, and we actually talked to her a bit. But, anyway, so yeah, the concert was great. They had like 7 goodbye. They said goodbye like 3 times, and I know that they have an encore. Like, an encore is part of it, like part of the show. But they legit said goodbye 3 times. First time it was like just a short goodbye, and that's how we were like, no, it's not a real goodbye. And then the second time was the speech, like all the speeches, and that was great. And then after that, I think it was like, it really seemed like they were saying goodbye, and I was like, wait a second, they haven't even done Fly, they haven't done Bounce. This doesn't seem right. They have to have another thing happening. And so eventually they did those, and then they said goodbye, and then they did a few more songs, and that was pretty much it. A lot of people, honestly though, please, if you go to a concert, I know Flying the US is over, but if you are going to any concert, drink water. Even if it's like winter and you think that you can get away with it, it is going to be hot in that venue no matter what. Even if you're in the seats, it's going to be hot. And I'm just saying, the chick in front of me, she passed out, and I ended up having to fan her well, I didn't have to, but I fanned her the entire time. There was a bunch of people getting pulled out of the crowd by security for passing out. A lot of people, we fanned them on the way out because they were passing out, and I was really close to passing out too. Thankfully, they were selling water at the venue, which was nice. But afterwards, they let us sit down, and like all the seats, priority one just sat on the floor over there, while priority 2 got to sit in the seats and wait after the concert. Oh, what is happening here? Sorry about that. So basically, we just sat for maybe 10 minutes at most, maybe 15, 20, I don't know. We were waiting for priority 1 to get done with the photo. And, I'm explaining this so horribly. So after that, it was our turn, and it was really nice that they went by rows, and thankfully we got there fast enough to be in row 2, which is great. And row 1 was like a shorter row, so that was great. They're really pushy about putting your cell phones away, and yet I still saw a fan video of cell phones. Mine was dead, and I was so fed up with the staff at that point because how they were acting. I'm sorry about my nose. I was wearing a dress, but I had shorts on underneath, and at one point they were yelling at us for the phones, and I like threw my dress up and like shoved my phone in my shorts. And I guess that one staff member was cool, but he laughed, and like, I guess he didn't expect that. But what also happened was that I didn't expect them to be immediately right there. Like, here's the stairs, and then immediately there's a door, and like right there was GOT7. They were right there. I expected to at least walk a little bit further, and so what happened was my dress got stuck because I had to quickly pull it down. I only had one hand. I was carrying a lot of things in one hand, and we had to use our left hands, and I'm right-handed, so everything was in my right hand. And I don't know, I panicked, and like basically as soon as I got in front of Mark, all I could do was just quickly, my dad started mowing, I hope you can't hear that. Quickly had to pull my dress out of my shorts in front of Mark, and all I could do was just like, so loud. All I could do was show him a picture of his face, that sticker, and he was just like, oh, yeah, that's me. Like, not in a mean way, but like, I don't know, I panicked and couldn't say anything, so all I did was show him his face. And then it was Yugyeom. I can't fully remember the order, but it was Yugyeom, and I gave him a little extra, like, high five, because he's my mom's favorite. And then I think it was JB. JB I was nice to, because I knew that I could tell that his back was hurting. He had to sit down a few times, and yeah, so I was nice to him. And then I think it was Bam Bam. Bam Bam, I don't know, I went really extra with Bam Bam, and basically I like his hand, and I just went, like, threw it into the air, but he went with it, and he was smiling, and it was fun. Then it was, I want to say Youngjae. I feel like I'm missing someone. Hold on. No? Okay, so then it was Youngjae. Youngjae I was nice to because I knew that he was sick. He also had to sit down, like, at one point in the concert, towards the end. So I wanted to be gentle with him. Then it was Jackson, and I kind of just Mark, Yugyeom, JB, and yeah, it was Jackson. And okay, one thing about me, if you don't know me, I have a lot of scars on my hand or my arms. So I wanted to be gentle with him. Then it was Yugyeom, and I kind of just Mark, Yugyeom, JB, and yeah, it was Jackson. And okay, one thing about me, if you don't know me, I have a lot of scars on my hand or my arms. So I wanted to be gentle with him. Then it was Jackson. And okay, one thing about me, if you don't know me, I have a lot of scars on my hand or my arms. I did not cover them up because I knew that if I did, I would definitely pass out, and I wasn't going to do that. So I got to Jackson, and the first thing that he did was he kind of grabbed my hand, like this almost, but backwards, you know. We were all using our left hands, and he kind of just does this kind of thing, nicely grabs it, and he just says, "You're a very pretty girl," and I didn't know what to do. So I think I literally just I'm probably turned bright red and just had to stare at my shoes for a second. And at first I was like, oh, he's probably not even looking at me, he probably just says it every once in a while. But the fact that he really grabbed my hand, well, not softly grabbed it. It wasn't a high five. He grabbed my hand. And I looked up, he was actually looking at me. But then I feel so bad because I was so excited, and okay, Junior was last. I was so excited about Jackson speaking to me that I grabbed his hand on accident. I really grabbed it, not like Jackson nicely grabbing mine. I assaulted Junior. I'm so sorry about I just want to apologize to him. But he was last in line, and he wasn't paying attention, and I felt really bad, but I got his attention. I accidentally got his attention, and yeah, this was way longer than I expected it to be. Anyway, when I got to the lobby, I screamed because Jackson spoke to me and said something very nice, and honestly, it means the world to me that he said that. So yeah, that was my experience with GOT7. I really hope to see them again one day. Hopefully they can come back to the US. Maybe not for a while, but I don't know. God, my nose is so itchy today. Okay, so thank you for listening to my rambling for 20 minutes. You probably didn't get through this video, to be honest. If you did, I salute you. So thanks for listening to the Rambles of a Fangirl. I will see you later. Alright. Still don't know how to do an outro. Bye.